Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So I'm back here with another Conquest boss battle. So already covered in hard difficulty Sector 1 boss battle, so if you're interested in that one, there'll be a link in the description below. Today going into Sector 2 into boss battle, and I'll show you how I completed all 3 feats in a single attempt using Imperial Troopers. First let's have a look at our opponent here. Got here Mando, Quill, Armorer, we got Cara Dune and IG. So, quite an interesting team here. They're very fast, so, that's why troopers work very well, because as long as one of them is fast enough to go first, he can get others going, and then, you can get your turn meter train rolling. They're all Relic 5 here. So the difference between normal and hard, the feats are the same. Just like you have to use no more than 6 instead of no more than 10 special abilities in normal. Still you have to win without tanks in your squad, and here you have to remove 700% turn meter, whereas in normal mode you would have to remove 400% turn meter. So these are the differences. Probably the turn meter removal is not a problem. Obviously use Moff and he can remove Moff Gideon, you can remove turn meters, no problem. But obviously, being limited to only use 6 special abilities could make slightly trickier, but troopers work well if you obviously got Piet in there as well. So these are the feats. And then the enemy, they get a modify here, boxed in. So the start of the encounter, your units will get inflicted with healing immunity, which can't be dispelled or prevented, and also receive a dot at the start of each turn, which can't be dispelled or prevented. However, if you hit the crate there, that will be the back, then you'll be able to recover some health and protection, and as well as remove these dots that were applied by this modifier. So something just we'll have to keep an eye out, because we don't want to lose anybody as the battle progresses on. Now let me show you my data discs here that I have applied for this battle. I've got obviously the deployable cooling system, so this one is really important here, as you know, so that your cooldowns can get reduced, so then you can quickly use whenever you need Moff Gideon's turn meter removal ability, control the situation maybe back to back if needed. And then I've got data discs that apply buffs. So this one here, I've got one that applies defensive buffs. Then I've got DK as well, so this is good because we'll just get a little bit of extra turn meter removal whenever we damage an enemy. And then applying heal overtimes, again extra buffs to fuel the deployable cooling systems. Then I get a vitality, get a bit of a boost to health and protection, because as you will see, some of my troopers that I'll be taking in are not really leveled up, so any extra max health and protection I can get will help. And then here I've got Leader's Resolve on, which will boost stats to my leader. Most importantly, 24% speed for Veers. And then you also got stacking offense as well. So as we'll be gaining buffs, we'll be increasing our offense, which is important again with some of my low level troopers that I'll be taking in. So that's the general idea here. To get buffs going, and then any kind of discs that give you bonuses from these buffs, and obviously anything that can add extra speed on your guys, like Leader's Resolve will help, because these guys are very fast. Alright, let me show you my team now. So just go in. Okay, so this is a team here that I used to complete these. So let me just show you. Got my Veers here. He's at Relic 1. I had him modded for speed, so he's at 307. Then he'll be getting extra 20 speed from his leadership, and of course extra 24% from the data disk. Now why I modded really here Veers for max speed, because both my Gideon and Piet, they're not relic up, so I won't be able to make them fast enough that they go before Armorer. For my testing, Armorer is about 370 speed, so whichever team you're taking in, if you want to go first, just calculate all the data disc bonuses you have, any leadership unique bonuses you have, so that you can go first. Now in my other account I have relicked Piet there, so I was able to get Piet fast enough, because Piet is a very fast character, that he went before Armorer to get the train going. But here I had to make Veers was the only one that I could make fast enough to go first, just because of that 24% extra speed I get for the leader from one of my data disks. Alright, so looking at Stark, he's Relic 1 now because Veers will be the fastest. He will be starting our turn meter train going. I actually did mod Stark for speed, but I modded him for damage. So his speed is a 286, you know, which for Stark is nothing crazy. Then modded him for critical damage, and that's his offense. Because the rest of my guys are low gear, so I wanted to make sure at least one of my guys here that's Relic's got some damage that, you know, we can hopefully take these guys out. And then Piet, as mentioned before, I have him at 6 stars. He's gear 10 though, and his speed is at 289. So again, try to make him as fast as I could, but obviously was limited because I wasn't able to put my best mods on him. Now why you absolutely have to have Piet in here, even though he's low gear, because he will really keep your turn meter train going. And that's because anytime any of these troopers will take a turn or attack out of turn, everybody will be getting a stack of Emperor's Trap, and every time they get this stack, they'll be getting bonus turn meter from Veers unique. So you really need here Piet just to fuel your turn meter train going. Up next, Moff Gideon. You obviously need him for control the situation ability that will remove all turn meter from everybody, as well as, you know, he'll call guys to assist as well, doing some extra damage. Mine here is at 5 star. I have him at gear 9, and his speed again, you know, nothing too crazy, 261 here. And then finally, the 5th trooper I think is really optional, whatever you have really. I mean, I have gear 12 with my Dark Trooper, so could use him, but I just thought, you know what, we have a brand new Dark Trooper here. I know he's only 3 star, gear 8, but I just thought, you know what, let me try and make a use of him, and you know, he's okay. So he's got 220 speed on him, nothing too crazy, obviously damage very low. But you know, he's a fun character, and on his basic he will deal damage 4 times, which is pretty good. And that's the team now, so let's just hop into the battle and let me show you how this run is going. Alright, here we go. We obviously have to keep count of the special abilities. We can only use 6, so I start off by the mass assist here just to get my assists and then turn meter train going. So the second special ability, remove turn meter with Gideon from everybody. So let's just use basics now. Have to save those specials. Alright, here we go. Just basics. Alright. And now third special ability, dispel the taunt there on IG. Then let's proc that stagger on Quill. Fourth special ability here, let's go. Try to take out Mando before he uses Whistling Bird. And now here I go. 5th special ability, remove turn meter again, call everybody to assist. Mando is gone. Okay, here we go, and I'm trying to work on Quill there. Get him out to keep my own turn meter train going as well. Okay, get him out, there we go. Obviously IG will take a turn. So I was like, what do I do here? But yeah, IG definitely could be a threat with his AoE, I think. So I use my 6th and final special ability to call mass assist. There we go. Come on, get him out. There we go. Now, as you can see, my guys have a lot of dots on there. So I'll just start hitting crate here to cleanse off those dots here on my guys, especially on my low gear guys. You can see they're getting in trouble now. So I'm just gonna hit the crate to cleanse off those dots. There we go. Obviously Kara, she lost her ability block there, so I have to make sure to take her out because, you know, she can use her AoE stun, removing turn meter and things like that. Don't want that, so I'll just go after her now. She's gone, and now just a case of, again, let's recover some health, remove those dots on my low level guys. There we go, there we go, keep hitting the box here. And then let's go after armor now that we got rid of some of the dots there. Especially Pied, he wasn't looking too good. Just keep pushing through. Remember, we already used 6 special abilities, so basics only now. And there we go, guys. That's how I completed here all 3 feats in a single attempt using Imperial Troopers. Obviously, if you've got a Relic Gideon, this should be very easy because he's such a fast character. He can just remove turn meter and you can get your things going. For me, I had to, you know, a little bit dance around them until I got my turn meter train going. But once I got going, you know, it was pretty straightforward. You obviously need to, whichever character is fastest, either Gideon or Piet or Stark, somebody just to get Thermometer train going, and obviously you need to have a way to remove the taunt from IG so you can then nuke their Mandalorian. So you can either use this spell there as I did from Stark, or if you would use Death Trooper, you know, his AoE can dispel as well. So troopers work here really well thanks to Moff Gideon there that removes Thermometer, and you know, these guys don't need a tank as well. And in terms of special abilities, just because of Piet, he keeps fueling your Thermometer. Just using basics, you know, is enough more or less to burn through most of these guys. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this very quick here video showing you how I completed 3 feats in a single attempt with Imperial Troopers in the Conquest hard mode sector 2. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.